Alright students, now open your notebooks. We're going to talk about the sentence structures today. Now starting from, first of all, very basic, what is a sentence? First thing, sentence, right? Go ahead. Absolutely. Okay. A group of words that give complete sense. That's it. Right? A group of words that gives a complete sense is called a sentence. Right? Now, we are going to talk about what are the parts of that sentence. Basically, there are two parts. Number one we call is the subject. The other part that we call is predicate. Right? Now, what is subject? Absolutely. Doer of an action is called subject. First thing subject, and then the second thing that, which is the second part of the sentence, is predicate. Absolutely. Now, listen to this short definition. The part which names the person or thing we are speaking about is called subject. Alright, the part or thing about which we are speaking is called the subject. Now, what is a predicate? Predicate is the part of the sentence which tells something about the subject. That's it. The sun rises, subject portion, in the east tells something about the subject. So it's a complete sentence now. Clear? Now we are moving forward. That was the ना वो वर्ब है वो सिर्फ मैंने आपको एग्जांपल दी है ओवरऑल एग्जांपल दी है कि कैसे होना है कनेक्ट कैसे होता है स्प्लिट करके ना वैसे इसको स्प्लिट करें तो सब्जेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट वर्ब तीनों चीज़ें पे स्प्लिट हो जाती हैं लेकिन अभी हम इन तीन चीज़ों की नहीं बात कर रहे थे एलिमेंट्स की नहीं बात कर रहे थे अभी सिर्फ हम पार्ट्स की बात कर रहे थे क्लियर हो गई जी ये वाली बात अच्छा now we are moving forward the next thing that we are going to discuss is the difference between a phrase and a clause it is very important to understand the difference first what is a phrase yes a group of words which give sense but not a complete sense is called a phrase right looking forward to इसके या आगे कुछ आना चाहिए या पीछे कुछ आना चाहिए there should be something after looking forward to or before in order to complete the meaning right so it will be a phrase now what is a clause such a group of words which forms part of a sentence and it contains subject plus verb which means it gives a complete sense that's it you can consider the very same example I gave before. ठीक है? Clear about? Okay. Now we are moving forward and going to discuss the types of sentence. Number one, we discussed the difference between a phrase and a clause. Now we are going to discuss. Phrase and clause आगे एग्जांपल्स आती हैं ना फिर क्लॉज की आगे एग्जांपल्स आएंगी फिर आपको पता चल जाएगा क्लॉज तो देखें कोई भी सेंटेंस है ना सेंटेंस में से भी अगर आप कोई ग्रुप ऑफ वर्ड सिलेक्ट करें एंड दे गिव यू अ कंप्लीट सेंस स्टिल दैट इज अ क्लॉज फॉर एग्जांपल I have an example written in front of me he has a chain which is made of gold right which is made of gold is verb which subject now which is made up of gold it gives a complete sense so it is a clause now in the east what you need another information another part so it's a phrase looking forward to.
Clause full meaning देते हैं.
Clause full sense देगा, right? Phrase पूरे.
Clause में verb होता है, special verb भी हो. Phrase verb नहीं होता.
ठीक है जी, यहाँ पे सब्जेक्ट और वर्ब, ये दो चीज़ें आप याद रखें, क्लॉज में ये दो चीज़ें होती हैं. क्लियर है जी. अब हम मूव करते हैं. नाउ द फर्स्ट टाइप इज सिंपल सेंटेंसेस. नंबर 1, simple sentences. All right. What are the simple sentences? We are not going to talk more about the phrase. Now we are going to talk about the clause. There are two types of clauses. Number 1, dependent. Number 1, independent. Independent, जिसकी complete sense हो जाए, depend ना करे किसी और sentence के part पर. It is called independent clause, in which there will be a subject and a verb. Right? So what is a simple sentence? It has one independent clause, which means subject plus verb. Now consider this example. As you already know, clause is something that gives a complete sense, right? So he reads a book. It's an example of simple sentence. He ate food. Simple. There is a subject and a verb and a complete sense. That's it. Clear? Now, moving towards our second type, which is compound sentences. Right? Compound sentences. When we join two simple sentences by a conjunction, that sentence is called compound sentence. Recorded lecture record हो रहा है, बाद में post कर दूँगा. Okay, so compound sentence हमने क्या कहा, discuss किया. Independent clauses, when two independent clauses are joined together by a conjunction. And what is a conjunction, first of all?
A word that connects to sentences.
Yes, conjunctions in the parts of speech, conjunctions are the words that connect the part of sentences. These are called, in simple words that I say, connectors, simply. Right? That's how they help you to connect. And, but, right? So, moving towards the thing. Coordinating conjunctions. What are the coordinating conjunctions? You can write the word fanboys, F-A-N-B-O-Y-S. Right? F-A-N-B-O-Y-S. F for A for and not nor, it's nor. B for but, O for or, Y for yet, and the last one. So now these are the coordinating conjunctions. Whenever two independent clauses are joined together by inserting one of these, then we will get what? A compound sentence. Clear है ये बात? अच्छा. Example. One more thing here. You know about a semicolon. Semicolon, right? Once full stop or second जो comma आता है.
स्क्रीन नजर नहीं आ रही.
Okay जी, हम कहाँ पे थे? Fanboys. Now we are going to give the example by putting this. But before that, I told you about the semicolon. Semicolon किस तरह insert करते हैं? whenever I told you, you can put a coordinating conjunction between two independent clauses. अगर ये skip कर देना आप बीच में से कोई भी coordinating conjunction, तो वहाँ पे आप semicolon use कर सकते हैं. You got the point? Semicolon can be used instead of a coordinating conjunction. You cannot use only a comma. Clear है जी? Now we are moving forward. Example: Ali ate the food and he went outside. Alright. Ali ate the food, subject plus verb, one independent clause, gone, connected by and then he went outside. So, a clear example. Clear hai? Should we move forward? Achha. Now we are going to talk about complex sentences. It's a third type. Complex sentences. Now, complex sentences are connected, but how? There will be a one dependent clause and there will be an independent clause. Independent clause पहले clear है. I have told you what is an independent clause. Now we are going to talk about the dependent clause. Such a clause which doesn't give a complete sense without the aid of another clause, right? And वो कैसे होगा अभी आपको मैं बताता हूँ. For example, when one more thing, dependent clause अगर start में हो, if dependent clause is at the beginning of the sentence, we will put a comma and then we will write the independent clause. That's how we connect these two clauses. I'm going to give you an example. When he won the award, is it a dependent clause or an independent clause? When he won the award, there should be something that should come after it. If we skip when, फिर क्या है? He won the award. Clear? It's a simple clause, simple sentence. We don't need to do anything else. But when we used this word, place this word, when, although, because, but, whatever, we used when he won the award, तब क्या हुआ? What happened next? Everyone enjoyed. Right? Now, everyone enjoyed. Subject, enjoyed, verb. Everyone subject, enjoyed verb. Independent clause अगला है. Complete होगी sense. Right? Dependent clause हमने पहले use किया है. क्या किया जी? When he won the award, now you have to place a comma. Everyone enjoyed. It is an example of a complex sentence. Clear है? अच्छा. Another example that we are going to discuss. I took my umbrella because it was raining. It's a correct sentence, a complex sentence. Now, because it was raining, I took my umbrella. ये भी ठीक है. हुआ क्या है? I have changed the position of the clauses. In the second sentence, because it was raining, dependent clause, followed by a comma, then followed by an independent clause. I took my umbrella. Or you can switch it by writing independent clause at the beginning, and you don't have to use comma now. You can just do because it was raining. Right? So that was it. In the fourth point of IELTS writing, they say that there should be a grammatical range and accuracy. Now, what is the meaning of grammatical range? Range means vocabulary. Range also means use of tenses. And this range also means there should be a variety of sentences. Now, spelling mistakes and your tenses mistakes, they obviously fall under this category. Sentence में ही गलती होती है ना. So wide range means you have to use variety of sentences, right? In each paragraph there should be at least one or two complex sentences. We usually write a complex sentence, we know it, but we don't know what we wrote. Is it a compound sentence? Is it a complex sentence? But now you know what it is, right? Complex sentences. Now I'm just going to just talk about, to sum up, right? To sum up, first of all, we discussed what was subject and predicate, right? It was important for the concept. Second, phrase and clause difference. You all know it. Third thing, types of sentences. In types of sentences, first, हमने क्या discussed here? Firstly, we discussed simple sentences. Secondly, we discussed compound sentences with examples. And finally, we discussed complex sentences. So that was it about the types of sentence structures. Now, अभी जिस तरह मैंने इनको connect किया था ना, firstly, secondly, and finally, these words make the flow of your sentence. I have posted 4 pictures yesterday about cohesion and coherence, in addition to and whatever. You can read those, all the terms, and you can use them, right? Okay, that is the end of this lecture.